Lydia, this seems familiar.
Oh gosh.
I think we did this 2 years ago.
I think so too.
So a subscriber sent a message that they have rescued some kittens and they need somebody to take care of them. We're the exact person to do that, right, Lydia?
Yeah, we're so experienced.
Okay, Lydia.
Oh my goodness.
Your job is to make sure they don't crawl out on the way home.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute. That one is so cute. Ethan, look! Kitties! Oh my
You
goodness.
look like a boy, you're huge.
Yeah, that's a boy. That one's kind of lighter and striped.
Oh, those are stripes. Okay, you can tell them apart.
This one looks like a boy too. So 2 boys. This
Oh, you're
little
sweet.
one is sweet. That one's a girl. That little one's a girl. Let's see if this other little one's a girl. Yeah, so 2 girls and 2 boys.
Oh,
So the 2
Yay.
littlest ones are girls and the 2 bigger ones are boys.
even Stevens.
Okay, now we're trying to teach Salem what a little kitty is and how to be nice to a kitty. And she's actually kind of scared of them at first. She keeps trying to back
Go
away.
away.
But then she also wants to watch them.
I know.
So, you like looking at those kitties? Yeah.
They're looking up at her like, what is that?
You like them, Salem?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna just sit and watch them. This is how loving these giant schnauzers are. They are just so sweet. They love their humans.
They like warm hugs. They always put their arm on you to hug you.
Yeah, she's giving Lydia a hug. Are you giving Lydia a hug right now? That's so nice of you. Well, guys, I think Salem found some new things to take care of. Because at first she was a little bit nervous because she's kind of afraid of our kitties, our full-grown cats. But she's loving these kitties.
Different waves,
Salem, come on.
different strands of life, primal codes, cryptic by design. We just float, electric floating ducks. The river's wild, there's no way to pose. And if you feel you know what there's in store. Hold on tight. You're out for some fun. And if you think you know what fate's in store, brace yourself for change.
Babysitting time for Salem. I kind of think she has milk. But she does not. Oh, that's a good girl. Be soft, Salem.
Oh no, all the milk is gone. I'm sorry. Gotta go make more milk, Dad.
Really? Hey, all the milk?
Gotta make it sometime. Hey! Ouch! They're hungry, Dad. They're biting. They're biting me.
Well, Well guys, we have a new goat here. No, it's not one of the new doelings that are coming to the farm in just a couple days. It's actually a doe of a friend of mine's. She's actually here for sort of a boarding situation. My friend needed a place for this little goat to stay and also have her breed with a buck. We have a place to stay and we have a buck. So she's gonna stay here for a little while, breed with Zorro, hopefully when she comes into heat. So you guys, meet Hazel. Everybody's interested in little Hazel. You're so pretty. You're a very pretty goat, huh?
Yeah.
You guys all want to meet her?
Oh, who is this?
Is this a new friend or a foe? I think she's gonna be friendly with them. She is way pretty. Look at that. She's got a great coat. Now, whenever we bring goats here, we always make sure that they come from a clean herd, but then also we don't put them right with the goats right away because it's mayhem. So we give them about a day to stay separated from each other, and then we finally let them out. Hey, do you want to come out now? Come on. Okay, go meet Willow. And meet Winnie. Gonna have a little bit of a fight till they work it all out. She's already proving to be such a sweet goat, and she's doing so well with the other ones now, and so I'm really excited to get her bred with Zorro soon. We're gonna wait until she goes into heat, so not quite yet, but she'll be a fun one to breed this summer with our other does that we're gonna breed. Luna's kind of nice. No, Luna's the queen. You're gonna have to work it out.
Luna's gotta show her that she's the queen.
All right, well guys, Luna gets this branch, okay? Okay, Winston, it's time to check on your undercarriage.
He's back to normal. He's all climbing around and jumping on the stage.
Oh, that's good. Hold it there. Well, comparing the two, this is very educational, huh, folks? Yeah, it looks good. It actually looks really good. You never would have thought that you get some, how do I say it? Some buck backside education, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna get that on our channel. So far, he's looking great, and I'm surprised the vet didn't just like cut off the little sack, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Never done it before, so.
He still wants to look good.
Yeah, he still wants to look good.
He still smells really good.
Yeah, I don't know how much that's coming from Zorro.
Yeah, everyone says he'll still have the same personality because he's already learned that, so he's just
yeah, he probably will. He does have a little skirt growing here, and we talked with the vet about, you know, getting that cut off, but he said it's fine. It's just like a little nub, so he's good. Kevin's trying to bring Zorro over to the milking station, and he's got every single animal interested in him. I wonder if they're all in heat right now. Oh, it's just the leaves. There you go. Didn't realize he had leaves in his hand. So today we need to clean up Zorro, get him ready for his date. He's not gonna have the date just yet, but he needs a cleanup. He's looking pretty rough. Look at all this crazy undercoat that's coming out. It's like cashmere. So we use this little tool and get all of it out, huh? Well, if anybody wants a Zorro pillow, just order it on my Etsy shop. Just teasing. I don't have an Etsy shop. But isn't that crazy how much I got out of him? And he still has so much more. Zorro, you are a fluffy boy. You're very pretty. You missing your buddy? That's okay, he's coming back. So excited. All cleaned up. You look good, Zorro. I'm really excited for tonight's dinner, guys, because I think I have everything in the garden to make this perfect. Even though we canned a ton of carrots and they're all ready and waiting for me, I don't want to dip into those reserves yet because I still have a lot of fresh carrots in the garden. So we're gonna start by picking a little bunch of carrots and get as many snap peas as possible. It got hot too fast this year, so they didn't do as well, but I think I have just enough for tonight's dinner. My onions are almost done curing, and I just need one for tonight. If I had more of these snap peas, I could completely shell them and have full-on peas to put in tonight's dinner, but I've only got a few that have developed this far, so we're gonna have to improvise. Still, it's pretty cool that we've got onions, garlic, carrots, and snap peas all from the garden. We'll just do a quick chop on the snap peas, slice up these carrots, and then chop the onion. Because today is just a little bit cooler than normal, we're gonna go with a soup, but we're gonna make it nice and comforting by making a chicken and dumplings soup. So of course, we'll start by sauteing the onions, and then adding all the other veggies in, some oregano and thyme, and some flour. And once that cooks just a little bit, we'll go ahead and add the broth. Now the recipe I'm using said to add a can of evaporated milk. And I've never really used it before, but I did have a can in the pantry and I thought, hey, I better use it before it expires. So we're gonna go for it today. So even though we have plenty of milk in the fridge from this morning's milking, I'm gonna go ahead and use this and see how it turns out. Finally, we'll add a bunch of shredded chicken. And now for the dumplings. So you can either make a noodle type of dumpling or a biscuit type. We're gonna go biscuit type, guys. I'm using half white flour, half wheat flour, and then a bunch of baking powder and salt. This recipe had me pour in melted butter, which isn't really a true biscuit, but I think it'll still work for these purposes. The coolest part about making chicken and dumplings is you drop that dough in and it cooks up just like a biscuit, but in liquid. I don't know why, it's just so fun every time. We need to let this simmer for a little bit and then it'll be perfect. I think it just needs one more thing. Some fresh thyme from the garden. We'll chop that up, sprinkle it over, and oh my goodness, was this good. Super comforting with all the fresh veggies from the garden. If you're having any sort of cooler weather, be sure to make the soup on a nice cool day. It was perfect. Well, I don't know, guys. There's no...
I don't hear anything.
Ethan, what do you think?
It's gonna bite you in the butt.
Oh, she's gonna get it.
It's gonna get you. No eggs?
None?
Not even one.
So back when we first saw the geese eating their eggs, I had read that they eat the eggs that aren't fertilized, that they can tell, I guess, aren't fertilized. And apparently, they ate every single one of their eggs. Can you believe that?
I was scared of that because I saw them eat a couple out in the grass, and then I feared what they were doing in the middle of the night, but...
Well, Ethan and Salem and Lydia, no geese, no goslings. I guess our geese just eat the eggs when
I guess so.
A few of you guys commented that your geese did the same thing the first and even the second year, and then the third year they were able to breed successfully and hatch out actual goslings. So I guess we just have to wait. That's crazy. Well, Lydia, are you excited about taking care of these new kitties? You're a good kitty mama.
Yep, they better be grateful.
Yeah, they better. So are you wanting to keep any?
I mean, I don't know, it depends, we'll see.
Yeah, we kind of have to see what their personalities are like, you know?
Oh, do it, do it.
What?
Do her hair.
So tired.
That's such a cute kitty. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you want to watch the video when we last rescued kitties, click right here.